The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, this is TVWAN News. I'm Maricela Kelaton. In this edition, expatriates in PNG warned to abide by PNG laws. Connect PNG program continues amidst investigation, and Lay Stadium to be upgraded. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands and Physical Planning John Rosso has issued a stern warning to expatriates conducting business in Papua New Guinea, urging them to comply with all relevant laws and immigration requirements. The warning comes following the recent deportation of 19 expatriates from Lae for violating immigration regulations.
The Prime Minister John Rosso has emphasized the importance of adhering to the rules set forth by the Department of Immigration, stating that non-compliance would result in serious consequences, including deportation. Rosso warned that any expatriates found to be doing business in the country without proper immigration requirement will face the full force of the law of the land before they are deported to their country of origins. He was responding to questions from the provincial member for Northern Garijufa on the involvement of expatriates at an alluvial mining in Vau in Morobe province.
Statistics indicate that gold production has actually increased, alluvial gold production. Yet, statistics also indicate that there's been a drop in exports. The only conclusion is that there's significant gold being smuggled out of our country. Then you see the rise of expatriates involved. And I say most of these are Chinese nationals, however, they're expatriates from other parts of the world who are also involved. And they are setting up mini alluvial mines with heavy machinery that they themselves are operating. They're driving the trucks, they're operating the heavy equipment, and they're pushing Papua New Guinean alluvial miners out of this business.
We will encompass labor, we'll encompass commerce, we'll encompass police and the mining sector to see that everyone complies with this and see how we can do it to make certain that the laws of our country are protected and our people are protected.
Rosso also noted that the government's commitment to enforcing these laws is crucial for maintaining order and protecting local job opportunities.
Restricted, Mile Toksala Parliament too, that the restricted business activity list, we have given directions to the Minister for Commerce, and he has already advised me that the restricted business activity list is ready to be brought before Cabinet again, an upgraded one, to help protect those reserve businesses activities list in Papua New Guinea. Minister for Commerce.
The Deputy Prime Minister's remarks serve as a reminder for all foreign nationals operating in the country to respect PNG's legal framework and ensure they have the appropriate documentation to engage in business activities. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Prime Minister James Marappa has issued a clear and uncompromising directive to public servants in provinces and districts that if they fail to abide by reporting requirements will face serious disciplinary action, including termination. In his strong statement to Parliament on Tuesday, the Prime Minister emphasized that a culture of accountability must be embedded in every level of government, from national departments to provincial and district administrations. Adding to this strong call, the Prime Minister said failure to report is not just poor governance, but is outright negligence. Prime Minister James Marappa announced that the government's flagship program, Connect PNG, will continue as planned while investigations are conducted into its procurement process. During his address in Parliament today, Marappa reaffirmed the government's commitment to the program, which aims to enhance infrastructure and connectivity across the country.
Claimed as a scam by the opposition, the government's flagship program Connect PNG will not cease as requested by the opposition, but will continue to link up the country. Prime Minister James Marappa in Parliament today says despite investigation into the program will not stop. He stated that the ongoing inquiries will ensure transparency and accountability without disrupting the program's progress.
And if impropriety is found, then it will expose the improprieties. And no one will run away from this. It will be dealt with at an appropriate time. But I want to tell this House that the system of government is there. The work that is running will not be stopped. Contracts we have running will be supported, financed, and if the work of investigation, they're time-bound. We will ask them to be quick in the first stage. And if they conclude and they ask us to stop this and let us review and have a holistic look, we will listen to their competent advices.
Marappa emphasized the importance of Connect PNG in driving economic development and improving the quality of life for citizens, and he assured the public that necessary measures will be taken to address any issues that arise during the investigation.
We welcome every look into how we're conducting our businesses. Connect PNG is a major focus, a flagship of this government. We want to open up all parts of our country who have been left behind. And Mr. Deputy Speaker, I want to inform this House through this good question that the investigation is run. One of our top big audit firms in our country, Deloitte, has now taken full courage of looking into this matter.
The Connect PNG program 2020-2040 is the Department of Works and Highways' most ambitious infrastructure initiative to date, and vision as a cornerstone of Papua New Guinea's development strategy. Launched in 2020 with the passing of the Connect PNG Economic Corridor Infrastructure Investment Act, this program is designed to build over 16,000 kilometers of roads and establish strategic economic corridors across the nation. By linking isolated rural communities to major urban and economic centers, Connect PNG addresses critical infrastructure gaps that have long hindered access to essential services, markets and opportunities. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
West New Britain Provincial member Sasindran Mutvel has voiced concerns in Parliament regarding delays in the proposed West New Britain Provincial Hospital project, citing the deteriorated condition of the current colonial-era hospital building. Mutvel also raised the alarm about funding shortages from the national government, which have affected the province's operations.
Provincial member for West New Britain Sasindran Mutvel raised concerns on the long-delayed proposed West New Britain Provincial Hospital in Parliament today. With the groundbreaking ceremony in 2022, the proposed project is yet to be implemented.
It was in September 2021 we did a groundbreaking for Kimbe Provincial Hospital, and today we are in 2025. And my people have been constantly asking me about this hospital development because this is one of the oldest structures still in the province. It was built like some 50-60 years ago, some colonial structure, and it is in a very dilapidated situation. So, Minister, can you please find out the reasons for the ongoing delay in the construction of Kimbe Provincial Hospital, as promised, as we have witnessed the groundbreaking?
However, Minister for Health, Elias Kapavore, confirmed that the infrastructure will indeed be built this year. Kapavore explained that previous delays were primarily due to the Provincial Health Authority's decision to relocate the hospital from its original brownfield site to a new location.
The Department of Health finished inside the Treasury now. The project delayed 2 years. 2 years because the initial design was for the project to be constructed at the brownfield. That's where the current hospital is. But because there was a decision only changing the make Nupla site, that's where they must go revisit design again, revisit site again. All of those things happened. That has actually led to the delay for nearly 2 years. That's why I'm the Dr. Governor and team blame the PC. It's been resolved. Resolved in Pinis or Miplay work now long Treasury. As soon as establishing funding arrangement by how she can start, we believe that it will happen this year.
Kapavore further expressed optimism about the new site, highlighting that this relocation would enable the construction of a modern facility that better serves the needs of the community. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to improving healthcare infrastructure in the province, which is essential for enhancing health services and accessibility for the local population.
The reason why you ask him on medical supplies by funding along PHAs, PHAs are getting the funding. I want to say today that PHAs are getting the funding as appropriated by the government. It has come delayed, but we get funding for all stuff. Today, as I speak, most of the PHAs are around getting the appropriations around 30 to 40% as we speak. So all the pages now looks funding belong last year.
The minister's confirmation marks a significant step forward for healthcare development in Western Britain. The groundbreaking ceremony was done by Prime Minister James Marappa in 2022. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
The Australian High Commissioner to Papua New Guinea, TVWAN Macdonald, has assured that the landside development of Kimbe Port under the Australian Infrastructure Financing Facility for the Pacific will not just create employment but provide skills development opportunities for both West New Britain and Papua New Guinea as a whole.
His Excellency TVWAN Macdonald, during the signing of the contract agreement yesterday, described how this project will service Kimbe and the entire islands region in the years to come.
It is fitting that in this year, the 50th year of Papua New Guinea's independence, transformational infrastructure, ports and upgrades will be well underway. Upgrades at Kimbe will be built to last another 50 years or more, supporting the long-term prosperity of the nation, and we've heard a bit of that this morning through the comments that have already been made, but I see it also having an impact across the region as well.
In supporting the gesture by the Australian government, Macdonald said using projects to provide opportunities for national industries should be a goal for all development partners in Papua New Guinea.
The Australian government are very proud to have been involved in the delivery of the new Kimbe market and the benefit that's providing, as we heard, but also the 2.3 megawatt solar generation for Kimbe as well. That's in its scoping phase, and I expect that to provide reliable power to local households and businesses, and I think again that's another excellent partnership between us.
Macdonald reaffirmed that the Kimbe project overall will provide 300 local jobs, including skills development and participation of women in the project. He added that the Kimbe Port is the first of the 5 to be upgraded under a approximately 1.6 billion kina Australia infrastructure financing facility for the Pacific. Also present at the signing, Governor Cassin Mutvel said developing the port to international standards is going to improve business and give employment opportunities to his people while bringing much needed development to the province. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. We'll bring you the day's other stories when we return. Stay with us.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Our journey starts with you. We'll be there from the start, right through to your life's adventures. We'll ensure comfort and make your safety our priority. We'll take you to memorable moments, no matter where it begins. And we'll get you there like we've always done. The 4th generation coaster bus, more than just a bus.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Jackpot is rolling over week on week. 500,000 Kina. Get your tickets now. Draws every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Play now at 321lotto.com.pg or any of your 321 authorized retailer. 321. Win big every day.
Welcome back. The lay leg of the Royal PNG Constabulary's recruitment drive is nearing completion. Of the 4,014 applicants shortlisted from the regions of Southern and Momase, 732 were from Morbe Province.
Morning of Monday, May 26, 2025, neatly dressed groups of young men and women could be seen gathering outside the gate of the Lay Secondary School's multi-purpose hall. Just next to the fence was a Royal PNG Constabulary tent with at least 5 police personnel manning it. The group of young men and women were part of the 732 shortlisted applicants from Morobe for the RPNGC recruitment drive. The candidates' names were called at the gate along with their designated numbers. They then presented their ID to police officers at the gate for confirmation before making their way to the rear entry of the Lay Secondary Multipurpose Hall. As part of the screening process, the candidates lined up there to get their heights verified before they proceeded into the hall to await their turn to present the required documents to the human resource team. The minimum height requirement for joining the RPNGC is 158 centimeters for females and 160 centimeters for males. Screening was conducted on Monday and Tuesday. From the initial shortlisted candidates of 732, the number was reduced to 709 due to 23 duplicates. 547 candidates were present for the 2 days of screening. 162 candidates did not show up, while 121 were ruled out from the 547. 426 successful candidates set for the test today. Successful candidates will progress to the interview stage where they will be required to meet their own police clearance cost. This recruitment drive is part of the constabulary's efforts to boost policemen power and build its capacity. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Lay.
The United States government, through the Department of Defense and U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, delivered new dress uniforms to the Papua New Guinea Defense Force. The dress uniforms, worth approximately 20 million kina, come at the request of the PNGDF, who were highly involved in their design. Delivered ahead of PNG's 50th independence anniversary in September, the uniforms will enhance PNGDF's ceremonial presence at national and global events. They will be worn during state functions, ceremonies, and high-profile events and will reflect the strength and professionalism of the PNGDF to the nation, region, and the world. Rear Admiral Philip Polewara, commander of the PNGDF, acknowledged the uniform's role in boosting morale, reinforcing discipline, and enhancing public trust. Across the PNGDF, the donation includes 15,000 complete uniforms, with 3 uniforms per service member. A major milestone in education is being celebrated in Western Province, where hundreds of students are rewriting their futures through second chance learning.
Over 840 students in Western Province have successfully completed or advanced through the Flexible Open Distance Education Program, or FODE, a landmark initiative funded by the PNG Sustainable Development Program and delivered by the Kokoda Track Foundation. It's a historic milestone for the Fly River region, one of the most remote and under-resourced areas in the country. The program offers renewed hope for those who missed out on formal education, especially in rural communities. Among the proud graduates is Marilyn Duwaba, a single mother of 3 and primary school teacher from Kionga. After receiving a low GPA in grade 12 more than 2 decades ago, Marilyn embraced the flexible opportunity to upgrade her results. This year, she not only achieved her goal, but was named Dux of her class. Marilyn's story is one of hundreds that show the life-changing power of second chance education. Officials from PNG SDP, KTF, and the Western Provincial Education Division, including Education Advisor Charlie Buya and KTF CEO Dr. Genevieve Nelson, witnessed the celebrations. Backed by the PNG SDP's Goodwilla Community Strategy 2025 to 2030, the FODE initiative is equipping students with skills to pursue further education or employment. For many like Marilyn, it's not just a second chance, it's a new beginning. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
Once riddled with self-doubt, Bridget Cassin is now stepping into the spotlight, not as a model, but as a rising leader in PNG's fashion scene. The young professional who once nearly left the industry behind is now the executive assistant to PNG Fashion Week Managing Director Philma Kelagai. Her next stop, Fiji Fashion Week. Bridget will be supporting PNG Fashion Week's brand ambassador Insania Means and fashion icon Florence Jaukai Kamel during the high-profile event. Mentored by Kelagai, Bridget has embraced leadership, strengthened her public speaking, and mastered pressure situations. Her story reflects not only personal transformation, but also the evolving phase of PNG fashion, where leadership behind the scenes matters as much as the runway. To offer opportunities and solutions to the challenges faced by women and girls in PNG in the space of menstruation, health and sanitation, WaterAid, in collaboration with Queen Pads and the UN Population Foundation, hosted the annual Menstrual Hygiene Networking event today. One key aspect highlighted was enhancing menstrual hygiene in workplaces and schools.
In Papua New Guinea, good menstrual hygiene management is crucial for health, education, and the overall well-being of girls and women. Founder of Queen Pads and Shirley Korave stressed on the stigma surrounding menstruation in the country and hopes for the better as the country reaches 50 years of independence.
Let us acknowledge efforts, strengthen partnerships, forge new connections, and make some commitments to enhance menstrual equity in spaces that we all represent, together for a period-friendly PNG.
Several speakers provided their insights into this topic, including the Her Health Hub, UNICEF, Okie Radio, and more. Menstrual education in PNG schools and how it can be addressed was also discussed.
And when do we have our schools, our young little girls go to school? At 6 years, when they are at school, and they're starting in prep, starting at 6, and then they're getting up to grade 3 by the time they are 9 years old. When they are 9 years old, if you have realized, changes has come about in our little girls. And you would say, this little girl is already having a breast at 9 years, or up to 10 years. And we are seeing that there is a change taking place in the little girl. And as they are coming to school at 6 years old, in our curriculum, we are already starting them to see themselves. I'm a girl, I'm a boy.
The Department of Education is currently working on a menstrual hygiene instructors manual for teachers and books for the students.
If we unpack further, we will identify one of the topics or lessons, a number of lessons that will come out of to address menstrual hygiene and other aspects of that.
With many girls and women facing challenges in accessing adequate sanitary products and facilities, this period poverty can lead to school absenteeism, health risks, and social stigma. However, the partnership between organizations is aimed at addressing this by teaching students as early as kindergarten and diving deep as the grades get higher, making sure children are mentally and well prepared for it. Jasmine Erjak, TVWAN News.
Furthermore, a senior advising officer from the Internal Revenue Commission, Caroline Uberawa, in explaining the zero GST rating on selected items, announced the zero GST rating of sanitary pads and tampons. Uberawa shared that women and girls can now purchase sanitary pads and tampons without paying the GST component, meaning they can now purchase at cheaper prices throughout the country.
This is a massive tax relief, not only for the government, it's a revenue loss, but it's a massive tax relief to the citizens of Papua New Guinea. So for girls, this simply means that sanitary pads will be more accessible and at a less price, so minus the 10%. This is a first of its kind, and it is a massive tax relief. So this policy also allows women and girls greater access to improve menstrual hygiene.